Bailey, you look silly. Hello. I don't know how this 6 o'clock time works for y'all. I'm guessing not as well since there's only 4 of you in here. So, do y'all like this time better or do you like it a little bit later in the evening? Let me know about that. Let me know how it sounds. Hey, Miranda. Good to see ya. Hey, Vicky. Bailey. I told Bailey he better be on tonight because he's working and nobody lives for free here. Times are tough. He's got to carry his own weight. So 6 p.m. works good for you. Okay. Usually there's at least a few more people on, but I don't know why I decided to do it at this time in particular. It's funny. Stephanie Honey Badger, she's the only one that asked me to do it at different times. She wanted me to do them on like Monday, Tuesday, or she was very specific. Can you do it on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at this time? And so I did it, and then she missed it. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. I hope that tonight's live goes better than the last one because the last one I was not doing so hot, but I did make my outline tonight because y'all know I get off track if I start reading comments. I did crop it in a little tighter this time because this microphone situation is such an eyesore. Does it sound okay? Is it too loud, too soft, just right? I don't want to. No talking about the poodles tonight. Thank you, Kelly. Okay, sounds good. Hopefully my Wi-Fi does good. I actually called them today because y'all remember I called back in, I think it was August. Anyways, I called them today and still no more progress. So that's a big issue for me because I want to do lives where I can share my screen with y'all, but that requires more like bandwidth than I have. So that's why I don't do those. I feel like I could do a lot more lives if I could share my screen and talk about some things, but I don't think my internet can handle it, which I literally every time I call them, I'm like, y'all are costing me money at this point. I cannot make my income better because of my Wi-Fi situation. It's so frustrating. Hey, Jessica. Okay. So, as all of you know, it has been a difficult few weeks around here and um I finally started feeling a little better today and then having issues with one of my cats, whole other thing, and I had a meltdown, but um been a rough couple of weeks and so I wanted to talk about kind of what I'm feeling pulled to do on here, which is so I filmed and edited for a good 3 days. You can ask Lee. I worked my butt off on a video that I had been working on, which was just like very lighthearted and I don't know, but I put all this work in and it just didn't feel right. It felt very surface level, very safe, very just Mm, I don't know. So, I didn't delete it, I didn't trash it, but I'm not gonna post it, and I had a thinking about things, which I will tell you about, but so what I'm wanting to start doing, and I'm wondering how y'all might feel about that, um, hold on one second, I need to message one of my moderators real quick. Heads up, Jessica, you're at the top of my chat, so I'm messaging you right now. Hold on, I'm gonna mute you for one second. I'm gonna send Jessica a voice message. I'm so sorry. Okay, so sorry about that. Um, so anyways, I spent all this time on this video that was very lighthearted and very I have to look away because y'all know I get distracted and forget what I'm saying. So let me get my thoughts out and then I'll go back and look at comments. But it felt very lighthearted, not very deep, and just very it didn't have substance. It wasn't important. It wasn't something that I was passionate about. And it was just me trying to get work done. Bailey, wake your ass up. Wake up. Um, so anyways, there are some y'all know I was a paramedic. There are some cases that I have run across over the past few days, big cases that have been in the media, like the George Floyd case, but this the one I'm wanting to cover first is not George Floyd, but it is something similar. So tomorrow, what I am wanting to do and would like your feedback on, there is a situation that was all in the media and a high profile case involving paramedics and police. And I would really like to cover that. I am not an expert in anything, but I am qualified to speak on EMS stuff, and I'd really like to cover that, go into like a little bit of a deep dive, watch the body cam video and like pause it and give my feedback and tell what I'm seeing and whatever. So I would really like to do that with some cases that have been in the media, some well-known cases. There's a couple of those I would like to do. And then I had a weird interaction yesterday that got me thinking. So the ones that follow me on social media, y'all know that um I go up and down with like my spiciness level and how much I want to y'all know I get a lot of hate comments. Not hate comments, but a lot of whatever. And there was a guy at the house yesterday. He was working on our HVAC unit, and he I gotta think about what I say because I often say things and don't it comes out wrong. So this guy is a very nice guy. He was being genuine. He had no ill intent, but he really offended me and kind of hurt my feelings. But it wasn't him specifically. It's people that think like him, but basically, he was asking me if I worked, and I told him no, that I hadn't worked in 2 years since I had my accident, and disability came up, and I still haven't been approved for disability. I did call the lawyer 2 days ago, and they said that they're still waiting on stuff from the state, and they have not done anything on my case since October, which is really frustrating because my son is about to get my car in April, and the only vehicle that I will have is a very, very old, it's a 2002 Kia Sorento. It was Lee's stepdad's. It's it runs, but it's not reliable, and so I'm gonna need a vehicle, and I need that chunk of money to get a vehicle. Anyways, we were talking about disability, and what he was trying to say was he doesn't understand how so many people get approved and then somebody like me has been denied and whatever. But I made the comment, I shouldn't have said it, but I was like, yeah, it's crazy, and I myself am very liberal, and when it comes to voting, I usually vote Democrat. And he was so, like, taken aback by that. And then he, like, made a few little comments that were just like, "Well, if you were a Christian, Christians vote Republican and blah, blah, blah." And he would say, "Well, I don't know how you feel about that, but I'm a conservative Christian and I have to." So, anyways, I do not want to get into politics. I'm only telling you this story. But the way it made me feel, I started I was looking at him and I was thinking to myself, "What like, what kind of person do you think that I am?" And it bothered me, and I got to thinking about some of the comments I see in my comment section. I'll get a lot of comments that'll say they'll see one of my popular videos first, and they'll say, "Oh, you're such a great person," and they just say all these really kind things. You're such a great person, you're an inspiration, you have a great heart, whatever. But then they will see on another video where they find out that I'm not a Christian, and then they completely, like, turn on me, and it's frustrating because it's like 10 minutes ago you thought that I was this amazing person, but now, just because of that one thing, like, I'm still the same person. I'm the exact same person. I just have some different beliefs. So, anyways, that's been on my mind a lot. And then the ones that follow me on social media, y'all see where I like troll a little bit and banter back and forth. And I struggle sometimes with, is that the right thing? But at the end of the day, some days I wanna have a dialogue and and be genuine and kind, but then other days, like, in the last video I did, m you can only pull a dog's tail so many times, and there's other days where I'm just like, "You know what? I am not going on these people's pages and saying anything. They are coming on my space, on my page, and leaving these comments, so it's fair game." And that's kind of the mindset that I'm in right now. I'm in my trolling phase, but so I said all that to say I wanna start doing commentary on some different things, but also include some of some of the deconstruction stuff, some stories from my past, some things that I think are problematic and why. And I also want to do that because I think people like me need to be humanized more, because it's almost like once people find that out, you're less than. And that's kind of the feeling that I had yesterday talking to this man in my house, I just kept thinking, like, what kind of a person do you think I'm just this horrible person? And so it's just I want to make content that is important to me, that I'm passionate about, but it's a balancing act because y'all see the blowback, y'all see the comments, and I ultimately my goal is to grow my channel, connect with people, make content that I'm passionate about, but there is also a financial aspect. I don't have a job. This is my job. So I don't want to do things that are going to turn people away and that is going to hurt me. And so that's kind of where my brain is at right now as far as my channel goes. And since I did decide not to post that video that I've been working on, I wanted to come on here and do a live. And oh yeah, I forgot the 15,000. I hit 10,000 back in September and now it's at 15,000 and that's really wild. I feel like on TikTok and stuff like that, 15,000 is pretty common, but I feel like on YouTube that's a big deal. At least it is for me because y'all know when I first started on YouTube, the only reason I started a YouTube was because I was tired of telling the same story over and over and over and over. So I thought, we're just going to sit down and I'm going to tell everybody what happened. And then anytime they want to know, they can just go watch it on there. And I don't have to keep telling the same story over and over. And then it has turned into this. So, Jessica, did you get my message? Number one. Number two, I'm going to scroll through and look at some comments so I'm not missing anything. Um, Bailey, wake up. Wake up. I said you gotta work. You gotta work. Um, okay, no poodle talk. Kelly, thank you, Kelly. Kelly said my hair looks beautiful. Congrats on 50K. Thank you, Miranda. what what else do y'all want to know about my poodle? Yes, the internet is extremely frustrating, Mary. Um, okay, Moonbow. Sorry, I'm I'm ignorant. I'd love to watch your reaction and POV in those situations. Okay, I'm in the same boat with this, but yeah, I know you are too, Kaylin. Um, hey Jesse. Okay, I'll have to go back and read. I don't want to take up a bunch of time just sitting here. Oh my gosh, Rachel. Rachel's here. Are you still here? Rachel finally made it. Rachel lives in London and she doesn't make it to lives very much because of the time difference. But Rachel is the one that I talked about in my last video that sent us all of the cool snacks. And I get all the pictures of Sam. She still here, still in bed. And the one that I reacted to a comment. Jessica, I don't know if you Jessica, did you get my let me check. Thank you. Okay. I saw your text. Um yeah, our comments are going a little bit fast when I get done. But was there anything else? Let me look. Ha! I actually covered everything that I had wanted to make sure I hit. But I hope it makes sense what I'm saying about humanizing people who have deconstructed. I f- I don't want the blowback and I don't want the hate, but I just feel like it's important and people need to I don't know. I just feel like we need to. I don't know. I don't know. Y'all, I think y'all know what I'm trying to say. But years ago, my mom and I were having a conversation, and I told her because my mom is very, very religious. Um, And it's actually funny because that's not how it started out. It started out, when we were really little. Me and my sister used to walk to church, Sunday morning, Sunday night, and Wednesdays for years, and neither one of my parents went. And then when I was about 13, my mom started going, and the roles kind of reversed. Sorry. Um, but we were having a conversation one time because I've had experiences where, like, once I did step away from that and started, like, being honest about it, I would see people out in public. One was a former preacher and his wife. I saw them at Target Target or Walmart or something, and, like, they were, like, walking towards me and got really close to me and just turned around and walked away. And I was telling my mom about it, and she was like, I just don't know, Christy. Are you sure it was like that?" And I was like, "Mom, I I challenged her to wear a shirt for one day in public that said, 'I'm an atheist.' Don't say anything to anybody. Just wear the shirt and walk out in public because people who are gay, I know, have a really hard time in the South coming out. I think that is worse. I can't really, I'm not gay, so I can't like 100% say that, but it's it's a lot. It's rough, and your mental health has to be in a very good place to speak about it. And so I want to be careful about that. So that's my hesitation, is just making sure that I'm in a good place and my mental health is doing good. And I also think it helps that I'm married to who I'm married to because he's a Christian. A lot of the people that I'm very close to are Christian, so I feel like if we can communicate in a way that is respectful and they're okay with, then I should be okay to share my story and talk about things in this manner. So, curious to know what your thoughts are on that, but that's what I'm rolling around in my head right now. So, the plan right now is tomorrow I want to film a commentary video on a paramedic police situation, um, where I'll record the whole body cam video, and we're gonna go through the body cam video together. I'm gonna point out things, and then I'm probably gonna start yelling and explaining why I am so upset about it, but have that conversation and in a way that maybe could help the general public understand these things a little more, and then maybe start trying to share a little bit and humanize people who have deconstructed and what that's like, and yeah, and our views of the world around us and all of those fun things, and to show that I am the same person now that I was in the first video you saw where you thought I was so great. It's still me, still here. What you think, Bailey? Did y'all see that video I posted of Bailey? Um, okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to read these comments after because I don't want to sit here and like bore y'all to death. And Jessica, I am interested to know if anything happened with that situation. But thank y'all for being here and thank y'all for all the support. And If you watch this on the replay, please leave your feedback about what I've said, and I will go through it all. No matter what, though, tomorrow I am going to do that commentary video for sure. I've still got to reach out to Patrick. I meant to do that yesterday and today and forgot both times. Patrick is the paramedic that was there that ran my call, and I think I wouldn't use the word scared, but I am a little bit anxious about that, and I don't know why. I think I'm very curious to know what he saw and what he has to say. I think I'm a little bit anxious that maybe it might bring up more memories. Um, so I don't know, that's usually not like me. I'm the kind of person that, uh, I have to know everything. Like, if Lee comes home from work and there was a conversation, I'm like, I ask him 1,000 questions. He's like, "I don't know. I didn't ask that." And I'm like, "Why? Why would you not ask that?" You know, and like I want all the details. So I definitely want to hear all of the details from Patrick, but I think there's a little bit part of me that's a little bit nervous, but also I didn't want to have him on prematurely because I've got all this camera equipment now and the memory cards, and I had to buy, I forget what you call them, the battery things for continuous battery. Because when Kaylee and I filmed, the batteries went dead on both of my cameras, so the video just kind of ended abruptly. So I wanted to make sure that I was comfortable with having 3 microphones because I have not done that yet. I've only used 2, but Santa brought me some more lavalier mics. So I have 3 microphones, 2 cameras, 2 continuous battery sources, and I wanted to make sure I had the right equipment and I was comfortable using it before I had Patrick on because I don't want to waste anybody's time. So I think we're there. And I really felt it was important to film with me, Lee, and Patrick, not just me and Patrick. So, but then there was a whole microphone situation. So that's why it has taken me so long. So, um, is there anything else? I just saw Vicky's comment, dude. I just got an ad. Does that mean you were monetized? Yes, I was monetized 2 weeks after I started my YouTube channel. So, in order to be eligible for monetization, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. So, I've actually been monetized since late October, early November of 2022. So, I have made money every month since then. Not a lot. My best month so far, my best month was that first month, and I got $800 that month, and that was from the my very first video that probably the video that y'all are all here for. It's got over 500,000 views, and that was my best income month. I have not made that much per month since. So in fact, I think um this month, I think my last one was only like $250, which I'm really glad to have because things are tight and it's been very helpful. But yeah, I've been monetized. That's why I'm working so hard trying to put content out because it's a job at this point and I want to treat it like a job so that I can get paid like a job so that I can contribute to the household. Lee's working. I've got 2 kids. One's in college, one is a senior and going away to college next year. So your girl needs an income. So yeah. Um, okay. Um, Thank you in advance for the kind comments. I am going to go through and read them as soon as I get off. I just don't want to bore you and sit here and read all comments. I hope there was no issues. But yeah, thank you all for being here, and thank you for the 15K. That's really exciting. I There's another girl. I won't say her name, but I've talked about this before, but there was another creator. We started right around the same time, and she grew pretty quick, and I watched a lot of her videos, and I just remember thinking, maybe one day I'll catch up to her, and then I passed her by quite a bit, at this point, and it was just not I'm not, like, I don't wanna come across as, like, braggy, but it was like, when you, like, see something that you aspire to, and then I don't know, it's just a cool feeling when you kinda get there, so I wanna keep going, and the dream would be to create content that I'm passionate about, that I'm good at, that I can connect with people and just spread a little bit of goodness and help support my family. And yeah, it doing this keeps me from being depressed and isolated, but I also have not crocheted anything since September. And this morning, what happened with my cat was my cat peed in the floor. She's, I love her so much, but we think she's got a brain tumor. She's fine. Like, she doesn't show any symptoms other than her pupils are constantly dilated. Anyways, whoever had her before us did not litter box train her, and so she got used to peeing on, like, newspapers. So now I have to keep, like, puppy pee pads in front of both litter boxes, and I keep one right here below Bailey too, and she likes to pee on the pee pads, except now she likes to move the pee pad out of the way, pee on the floor, and then cover it up with the pad. And I refuse to be one of those people whose house smells like cat pee. And so I have been cleaning up so much cat pee that I have cleaned excrement. I was telling my son today, I was like, I have done my time, because the only reason I still have that cat is because of him. He is obsessed with that cat, and she is super sweet. But I snapped this morning. I got so tired of I have put my time in. I have raised 2 kids. I have dealt with the public and their bodily fluids for years, and then, um, I had to take care of my mother-in-law, which I was happy to do. But we've got goats and dogs and cats and jackass, and I'm just ready to not have to deal with people's bodily fluids. So I snapped and had a major temper tantrum and yelled and fussed, and the thought occurred to me, I have not crocheted since September, and I would really like to crochet right now. So maybe if I just crochet something, I'll not be as short-tempered, but it has been a rough couple weeks. So, but I got it out of my system, and I feel better now. The cat is fine. She's around here somewhere. So don't worry, I'm not going to throw her out. I can't throw her out because she doesn't have front claws, or I would probably put her outside and let her be a farm cat, but can't do that. So we're stuck with a little, I call her PC pants. So, and now Lee's been calling her PC pants, which is really funny. But anyways, okay. Lee is ready to come in here and cook some supper. Oh, look at my eyeliner. I used to always wear winged eyeliner, and I've been kind of missing wearing a wing, but I have hooded eyes and I'm getting older now, so you have to, like, fake it. So look, when my eyes are open, it looks totally normal, but if I close my eye, it looks crazy. So if you're like me and you like winged eyeliner and you have hooded eyes and you wanna know how to do it, it's called bat wing eyeliner, or just type in winged eyeliner for hooded eyes. But if you have hooded eyes or you're old like me, you cannot close your eyes and put your eyeliner on. You have to relax your face and do it and then like connect the dots, and it's a whole thing. But let me know if you like the winged eyeliner or regular eyeliner better. I'm kind of liking the wing right now, except when I do that. But anyways, I'm gonna hop off, let Lee cook me dinner. I'm gonna go through comments and thank you all for being here. Yeah, thank you all for being here. I really appreciate y'all, and I will talk to y'all very soon. Say bye, Bailey. Tell them bye. Bye, y'all.